I like USC a lot. I think they brought in a ton of talent, and I think that overall they're just going to have a huge year. I think that they're on, I don't want to say on dynasty watch, because you really, in college football, like after what we've seen from Bama over the past years, you really need to have something that's special for the better part of 2 decades to be considered like a dynasty in college football. But I think USC's on their way to being a school like that just with how they're recruiting, and I think this year is the beginning of that. I think the Lincoln Riley effect is real, and I think that all the recruiting he's done will pay off, and they will win this division. I don't want to say with ease, because I think there's a lot up in the air, and I think there's some talent with Oregon and Utah, but I think USC will establish themselves as the most talented team in the Pac-12.
Yeah, it's a joke to rule out Utah. I'm leaving it at that. They lost one big guy, Britton Covey, Eagles receiver now, wide receiver Utah. Cam Rising, very, very underrated. He is being talked about as being drafted high in the draft next year. I think he plays his way into the first round, or if there's a big quarterback-heavy draft. I think he's going to be the 4th or 5th prospect. Utah's good. And they lost Devin Lloyd, is a huge loss on defense, linebackers drafted in the first round. But Utah is perfect at developing players year in and year out. We don't even know who they're going to develop. I know it's going to happen. They always get guys for that system. But my prediction is, and I have them winning the Pac-12 for that reason, but my prediction is more about USC. And I know the pieces are there, but I don't think everything meshes right away. I don't think year one this works. And I think Utah, if they could beat Florida week 1, that sets up their season. And honestly, I think that's their toughest game of the year. I mean, they have USC at home. I think that's definitely a win. And
it's gonna be a really good
my
game.
thing with USC is they're going to show flashes, but when push comes to shove, they're going to fall at some points. Their floor is low. And I don't think it's going to be like they're playing at their floor all year. I think
the reason their floor is low is because of how many guys they brought in the offseason. There just hasn't been that time.
But I think that they are going to play really well at points, and at points we're going to see them fall apart late. USC is set up amazingly long term. They're set up to be in the area that Ohio State is in, and that Alabama's in, and Clemson long term. And when they move to the Big Ten, they will be the second best team in the Big Ten.